84.
My name is Bossio. I'm a barber. I'm mostly known for my YouTube channel. Started it probably like 3 years ago and it's grown to over 150,000 subscribers. And since then, man, it's been my platform to be able to do, different things within the industry.
84.
So my boys, my business partners, they've been telling me to do YouTube for like the past 5 years. And I never really thought I was ready until I bought my wife a camera that she wasn't using. So when the T-Rex trimmers were dope, they were like the fad, I decided to just record a video about it. And I ended up getting like 1,000 views.
84.
And I was like, man, this is serious. So I took my wife's camera and I recorded me cutting my brother-in-law, and it was crazy because it was the worst video ever, the worst lighting. It was nowhere near what my videos are like now, but that video has like 500,000 views today. So I saw that and I saw that I was giving value to people, the response, the community that was building, and it's motivating me to stay consistent with it. I've always been on YouTube, and I've noticed that YouTube would drop every single week. So I try to stay consistent with that because I love the way the community was starting to build. And then like vloggers ruined it for YouTube. And then it became something that you gotta drop something every other day or you're not relevant. So now you gotta drop even more than ever. So, you could either fall behind or you can rise to the occasion. And so what I did was started working with fines and stuff, and we've been keeping up. We've been trying to keep up. So for the first 2 years, bro, like I own barbershops. I own a few barbershops, and so now I have a product line because of YouTube. But initially it was just me for 2 years, like literally grinding in the shop, running the shops with my business partners, and coming straight home editing, and like it was a grind for the first 2 years. Working 5 to 6 days a week. I come home, my kids go to bed like 8:30, so from like 7:30 to 8:30, that last hour I spent some time with them. The moment they went to bed, I was in my zone. I was editing. And it's not easy. It takes like 5 hours of video. Like it's not easy, and that's why I think there's not very many YouTube barbers that really build a channel, because for most people, they'll do that. They'll sacrifice for 2-3 months, and then you feel like you don't get any traction. It's easy to quit. It's not like Instagram where you take a picture with your phone, hashtag the hell out of it, and get some likes. You know what I mean? It's a grind, man. Bro, I got ecstatic. I specifically remember when I had 300 subscribers. Couldn't believe it. Like I thought it was crazy. And then when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I thought I was the man. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, everybody in the shop was like, "Yo, celebrity barber." It's so funny to me now looking back at it. So I've always been an entrepreneur. So like when I was in middle school, I sold candy, out of my book bag. When I was in high school, I was a tall tea man. I was selling tall teas in high school. My father taught me to be an entrepreneur. He's been in this country 40 years. Doesn't speak English, but has owned multiple, successful businesses. So I kind of, had him as not so much as a mentor, but as an example of what I thought is normal. So I've always been an entrepreneur, and I think, that entrepreneurial spirit, I try to bring it to anything that I do. I get energy out of what I have going on in my life. Like I get hype about YouTube. I get hype about cutting hair. So it's easy to stay awake when you're excited about everything you're doing. I've never worked harder in my life. Like I thought that the moment I started taking a little bit of time away from the shop,
84.
that I wouldn't work so hard, but it's the opposite. I work 7 days a week. That's reality. 2.5 days in the shop, but 7 days a week, day and night. Like I don't stop. Like we it's cool. It sounds dope. We've been traveling like crazy, but we don't get to enjoy this stuff. There's days we don't get to eat because we don't have time. We don't get to enjoy the city and explore and stuff like that. So yeah, we're doing a lot of traveling, but we're grinding, we're working. So the lifestyle is a lot of sacrifice. A lot of sacrifice. People don't see the process. They kind of just see what's on Instagram. Because you're not gonna post, like I try to post the process. Like if you look at my stories, you'll see what we do. But like people don't pay attention to that. They pay attention to the 7 barbershops, the 150,000 subscribers, the traveling the world and educating, getting paid to do all that cool stuff. But reality is it's a grind, man. Take shots. Take as many shots as possible. Try everything. Like right now we're in an industry that's blowing the hell up. And I don't mean just in the States. Like I mean internationally. I mean like the first barber show ever was in Russia this year. First barber show ever was in Romania this year. Like it's blowing up worldwide in Asia, in all the continents around the world, and everybody's looking up to the barbers in the States, right? So like, I feel like take as many shots as possible, because now's the time. Now's the time. It's kind of like the gold rush, right, for barbers. So there's only a few barber schools that really care about their students, and I'll keep it real, and I know that from experience, because I've tried, me and Dre, we've tried to reach out to barber schools and come out and do some things, and it just doesn't work out, because it's all about the money for a lot of barber schools. And it's not necessarily their fault. That's the way the system is set up. Like, they get government funding so that you pass an exam that's all about sanitation and nothing about how good you cut hair. Like, the system's set up for failure. So barber schools are whack, so I get it. I understand why people are like, yo, I'm not going to barber school. But here's the truth. At barber school, you're gonna get practice. And the way I got better was repetition, right? It was watching YouTube, and it was practicing and learning from my mistakes. And the reality of it is, you're gonna get way more practice at a barber school than you will waiting for your brother's hair to grow out every 2 weeks, right? So take it for what it is. Sign up for barber school, get it done. It's a 10-month program. Let's go.
Take some shots.
Take some shots.